1, 2, 3, 4. Go! Hey everyone, I'm NanoElite666, and you're watching me play Metro Exodus. We are back. I don't understand things. So, the last couple times, I've been complaining about my mouse doing this weird stalling hitching thing. Last time I was playing with a different mouse, and that seemed to get rid of the problem. So then after that, I plugged my other mouse back in, went and tested it in other games, other first-person shooters, and it didn't do anything like this. And then I came and tested it in here, and it didn't do this, and now it's doing it again, and I give up this fight. Anyways, you're watching me play Metro Exodus. We are back out here trying to figure out where Alyosha went. We are on our way to this church here that we had commented on when we were riding in before our train fell off the tracks. And pretty sure something's about to go down in here, because this looks like a place where something would go down. So let's see what happens. I remember guessing it was a bear last time. Let's see if that turns out to be correct. Oh, giant bear monster, are you gonna come show up? How many bodies are gonna be strewn around here for me to loot stuff off of? Or was it just gonna be those two piled in the middle there? To make me think, oh, I'm gonna go run around and look for bodies to loot. But in truth, there will be no bodies. Anything in the outhouse? Hey, look, found another body. Hello? There's the bear. Blech. We're gonna fight. Ouch! Did not hit the medkit button quick enough. Let's try that again. And be quicker on the shotgunning. Got an idea. Let's set the bear on fire! Hey, bear. Now there is an angry, fiery bear charging at me. Ladies and gentlemen, this was not the best tactical decision. Tee. Oh boy. Do you want to run out of shotgun shells? Oh. I'm out of Molotovs. Ooh. Hey, wait a minute. I have explosive bolts, don't I? I have a few explosive bolts. Hey, Bear, would you like some explosive bolts? Please don't eat me. There you are. There you are. Oh boy, stuck on scenery. Those explosions are significantly less impressive than I was hoping they would be. Just keep running, just keep running. Woo! Oh god! It's right there. Oh, there's the bear. Ow. Where you going? Where you going? Running away? The answer appears to be yes, you are running away. Well, that's disconcerting. That means it'll be back later. Also, I can't retrieve the bolts I shot into it. Damn it! Stupid bear! Oh well.
Alyosha, what is your situation? Over.
How is it going?
Oh, now, please. Nothing so far. They could be in a dead spot. There's cliffs everywhere. Take a nap. I'll wake you up when they get in touch with us.
My God.
Alyosha, I'm playing the recording now. Lost contact with you. The Aurora is going to the arranged rendezvous point at the dam. If you can't re-establish radio contact, go there right now.
Sounds good. Recording of Miller. Anyways, let's see what's in here. A workbench. Good. I can make some more shotgun shells. replace all the ones I just... Explosive bolts deal a lot of damage when they hit, at the cost of completely negating the crossbow's inherent advantage of stealthiness. Yes? Well, I don't know. If nobody knows where the explosion came from, I'd say it's still pretty stealthy. I mean, once, back when I was playing Far Cry 3, I stealth cleared an outpost with a grenade launcher. Because, you know, by sitting up on the side of a hill or mountain nearby, I was able to just lob grenades down into the outpost and blow up all the guys inside, because while they were aware that their base was exploding, they had no idea where the explosions were coming from. So, you know, it was still a stealthy clear. Explosives can be stealth weapons, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to do it right. Well, I don't see Alyosha here at all. This map is in my face. Couldn't find anywhere. Check the old church. Oh, that's where we're at. We're at the old church. Well, we don't see him anywhere here either.
Oh. Freeze, Drifter. So, we meet again? Though I bet you don't remember who dragged you out of the water. My name is Olga, by the way.
Hi.
Was it you fighting the Master of the Forest? Awesome. Our hunters had been staying away from him for years. Damn it. Sorry, teacher. The lock's all rusted up. Your friend Alyosha is already at the dam. He said your colonel won't wait, so you don't have much time. Sorry, I can't take you there. At today's council session, the pirates moved to attack your train, but they had no right to even call one without me present. As usual, I need to go and sort this out. But I have a few minutes to give you some directions. You need a boat to get to the dam. And our pirates keep all the boats at their swamp camp. They are not the sharing kind, but that's no reason to attack. Nobody wants bloodshed, so just stay out of their sight. Take the road to the barricade. Go down to the swamp and find the dock. That's where Alyosha and I took the boat from. Teacher, forgive me. There are some left, but be careful. Well, Drifter, take care. And don't make me sorry I helped you people. Tell Alyosha I said hi.
Okay.
I'll stay a bit longer to tend to the grave of the teacher.
Can I sit in this chair? I'm gonna take a smoke.
Decided to relax a bit before the trip. That's a good idea. And I'm stuck in thought here. Once the master decided to haunt the vicinity, people all but stopped coming here, though they haven't forgotten. The teacher raised us all, taught us how to survive in the forest. If not for him, we'd all be long dead. So the girls used to come here every day, and the boys still make it from time to time. Even Roman does visit, though it was because of him that the teacher left back then. Most of us went on a trip down the river. There were just a few people left on duty in the camp. When we came back, we found it raided by bandits. It still pains me to remember the scene. Can't even describe it. Once we and the younger group were done crying, the teacher was digging the graves alone. The elder boys were nowhere to be seen. We helped the teacher with burying ours. It was dark night when the boys returned and sat around the campfire. Roman was so covered with blood. You could only see his eyes and teeth. Then they started talking. Tracking was easy. The bandits didn't even try covering their tracks. So the boys waited till they all got drunk in their camp and shot them with bows. Then Roman knifed the wounded like they were deer. The teacher just sat there listening. I can still see his chin tremble. And he didn't say anything. Anything at all. They understood what he meant anyway. Come morning, he was gone. To this church. At first he wouldn't speak to anyone, but us girls kept checking up on him, just to bring him some berries, or ask for advice, and gradually he started speaking to us. Still he was like a different man, so distant. He never talked to the older boys anymore, though he'd reply to their letters. And to the rest of us who'd keep visiting him, he would always say we had to become their conscience, keep them from becoming monsters. But how do you do that? And they didn't stop at that either. Started calling themselves pirates, made the floated lumber mill in the swamp their private HQ. Then they started hanging bandits from the posts, calling them musts. One day they took about 10 bandits alive and used them to test all the boys. Made them kill the bastards. None of ours could do it. And they all got called cowards for that. And then got ostracized. That's how the pioneers came to be. Of course they all calmed down by now. They are talking to each other at least. But back then, only Luda and I could speak for the teacher at the council meetings. In the end, Luda and the two boys just couldn't take it anymore and left. I wonder if they found a better place to live. I still keep checking the radio hoping to hear from them. The teacher hoped too, but that hope didn't last long. They left in July, and in September he shot himself. That seemed to get through to Roman. He got calmer. Some of the elder guys went over to the pioneers. After all, the important thing is that we stay together. So now I have an important voice at the council. 'Cause I can kick ass if they don't listen. And not just because they're not supposed to hurt girls. A fair fight is a fair fight. Thing is, the only one I lost to in a fair fight was Roman. And even then, I gave him a blue eye he had to wear for a week. That earned his respect. The one I had the most trouble with was the Admiral. He was Roman's right-hand man. Wouldn't leave the lumber mill no matter what. Kept saying we must defend it, if we don't want the mutants to eat the whole valley. But the radiation levels kept climbing there. Roman checked it with the counter himself. So at one council meeting, Roman and our instructors had everyone vote against the Admiral, and the pirates went on to build a new fort near the shore, where it's still okay to stay. The Admiral would have none of that, so he and his most hardcore flunkies stayed at the mill. I never heard from them again. Radiation's not to be played with. The teacher didn't warn us all for nothing. So now, without the Admiral, there is nobody who'd dare give me any trouble in the council. I'll put a leash on them tonight, all right. Don't you worry. I just need some time to gather my thoughts. I don't like politics, really.
A lot of people
You
don't
could
like
listen to the
politics.
teacher's diary if you like. He kept recording it, as if he knew. Yes, I must have heard it 100 times already, and still, we let him down. We really did.
Alright, is that all you're going to monologue about? Can I get up? I think I can get up. So what you're saying... Something about an old mill, radioactive, where this admiral guy used to hang out. Pretty sure I'm going to have to wander through there.
The radio's silent. My last hope for giving them a positive goal, leading them out of this forest dead end, was a complete fluke. Where did I go wrong? How could these great, talented, active, brave, honest, friendly children who would actively seek justice turn into monsters? Sure, I'm no Pestalozzi, but I did all I could. And even more, I gave them all my soul, my life. And what did that result in? A society of shut-ins who only respect strength and are no less cruel than the bandits they fight. Yes, some of them kept their purity, shrugged off the bad influence, and ended up leaving. I gave them all the fuel I had. But how few they were. Most changed. Could it be that in this world that routinely changes even the harmless animals into nightmarish freaks, mankind simply has no future? What is there to hope for? What's the point of even going through the motions anymore?
I don't know.
Well, at tonight's council session, I'm going to remind them all what the teacher thought in the end. I'll give them a piece of my mind.
Alright. So
Did the teacher save us all so that we could just attack people? Defending ourselves is one thing, but attacking, they can't deny that. And we'll have to stand down. Those pirates. Oh, boys.
look, there's train cars falling off the bridge over there. Alright. Did I just step into fire and set myself on fire? I seem to have. I was wondering we were going to run into this Olga person again after she hauled us out of the river. Alrighty, so Alyosha's already all on his way to the train. I need to follow his example and head there myself now, I guess. Hope I don't run into that bear again. Alrighty. Excuse me, bird outside. You're very noisy. Don't know if that'll... Hello. Secret underground hidey hole? Hmm. New part for the crossbow. See what that is. Let's see. Crossbow. It's another bow type. Twin bow. More damage. It shows extremely high bolt velocity. We like extremely high bolt velocity. Alright, so where are we headed now? Pretty much out that way, somehow. Is this pretty much the way to get out? Is to just go out the hole in the side there? Real quick, let's poke around up top a bit more. See if there is anything else to see or find. Was this the bandit camp I was at? It appears to be. In case I wanted to wander back for whatever reason. Oh yeah, there's that boat there. I remember looking at that boat and saying, there's a boat there. Hey, Corpsey. Yep, we're totally back at that bandit outpost that I wiped out earlier. Uh-oh. Warning, bear territory. Bearatory. Well, I think that guy's dead. Dirty diary. The camp is deserted. Where are the locals the boys were telling about? No fields, nothing. Are they all hiding in the forest? If they are, then what's the point raiding them? Well, when the boss says jump, you just do. At least the mosquitoes are full now. At one point, we heard shots near the river and rushed there, but it was just Red shooting a deer. That motherfucker! I barely kept myself from cleaning his clock. In the end, we got back with nothing but the deer. 2 centuries in the morning. Missing in the morning. Back to the forest. Gotta find them. Found our boys, pinned to the trees with arrows, throats cut. Those fuckers. At least now we know they are out there. Red's group went missing. They went to check the church. There's a small hamlet down there, and that's their hideout. Well, you bitches had it coming, and it will take a long time for you to die. Oh boy. The bandits are grumpy, or at least they were. They're dead now. That small hamlet seems to be the base I ran through. Hey, it's the other side of this bridge. I remember standing on the other side of over there a while ago and going, haha. I don't know why I'm wandering that way. I don't think I'm going to find anything. I wonder what goes up here. Probably just more ways around places and things. Come on. Up the rocks. Oh. Yeah. There we go. Excuse me, Bells. You're very noisy. Wah. To you too, buddy. Oh yeah, it's just back to the bandit place. Yep, talk about roundabout ways to go places. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, This is about time to wrap it up for this part. It's probably a good spot to do so. That's like a fully equipped crossbow. I'm gonna harvest it for parts. I'm gonna take a nap. Take a nap, heal up a bit. Oh, I didn't want to sleep till nighttime. Ah, damn it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I thank you all for watching. I hope you've been enjoying. As always, if you have any suggestions or recommendations for games that you think I should play that might make for a good series like this at some point in the future, or if you just wish to give me a shout, give me some feedback, let me know how I'm doing. Am I doing good? Am I doing bad? If I'm doing bad, what kind of do to go from doing bad to doing good? Or if you just wish to inform me that I'm a terrible person because, well, I didn't want to rest until nighttime. I wanted to rest until day, and I still don't understand. Can I not rest again? Is that just a one-time use rest stop? Oh, there's a note. Weather note! Luda, you just don't understand. It does not mean that I agree with Roman if I choose not to leave with you. He fancies himself a great leader, but not even he would have the audacity to call me or anyone else in here a coward, even though we'd rather die than shoot people. I chose to stay because otherwise there'd be nobody to stop the bog mutants from breaking through into the forest. And if they ever do, that would mean that all our sacrifice, all our hard work, even our crimes, everything was for naught, because those mutants would just destroy everything here and earn our forest, our home, into their stinky lair. I think it's supposed to be a T there. Turn our forest into their stinky lair. Would you call me mad for believing that? I don't mind. I am mad, but I wish you all the luck, and I stay. Alex. Anyways, that's me interrupting my outro bit because I got distracted by things. So, if that makes me a terrible person for all those combinations of reasons that I just gave, you may inform me such in the comment box below. PC, PS4, and Switch for recording suggestions, as that is all that I can currently record on right now. And as always, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, then please subscribe to the channel. We'll be kept up to date whenever I post up new videos, and then you won't ever have to miss out on any of the shenanigans that go down in this my little corner of the internet. Also, if you know of anyone else who might enjoy watching this sort of thing, please share this video or one of my other videos with them. Point them in my general direction, so maybe they might potentially swing by and be entertained by the shenanigans that go down in this my little corner of the internet. Also, you should follow me on Twitter at NanoElite666, as I will be using it to make news updates and announcements and such regarding the channel whenever the need should arise in the future. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I thank you all for watching. I hope you've been enjoying. I am NanoElite666, and I will see you all next time.